just read. Okay. So, what is your name and how long have you been acting?
My name is Abby Tozer, and I've been acting since I was 9. I'm gonna go with 9 because
Really?
that's when I did my first actual show.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's impressive.
I was Annie in Annie at my Catholic girls' school.
Okay, so not just like acting, playing in a fort or something in your living
No,
room, actual professional acting at age 9?
well, not professional, but actually, I auditioned for the show and didn't tell my parents, and they had no idea that I even sang. But the second that school said they were doing a musical, I knew I was going to audition. And I didn't actually know any songs. So when I went, I sang Walking in a Winter Wonderland. Like Sleigh Bells Ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got cast as the leading part.
Wow.
And then
Must have been a surprise for your parents.
it was a surprise for me too. Yeah.
Okay, so then clearly you've been acting a long time. What does acting represent to you?
Acting is kind of everything that I do at this point. And since I had it took me such a long time to actually admit to myself and to everyone else that it's really what I wanted to do, acting is really fundamental to who I am. And I think it's so fundamental to the human experience. Like acting is really sharing who you are with the people around you, and it's like the creation of these little mini worlds that you can revisit all the time. I mean, growing up, one of my favorite things to do when I was younger was to play Barbies with my little sister because she's 5 years younger than me. And I used to create all these little mini storylines with the Barbies. And one of my favorite things to do was wake up first thing in the morning and rush downstairs and go return to all these different storylines because all the Barbies had names. We used to write little pieces of tape with like Sharpie and give them all, we called them Barbie tramp stamps with their names.
Wow.
Yeah, and create like these little independent storylines. Everyone was interconnected. There was so much gossip. Like Kent didn't know what was going on with Steven, and Steven didn't know that Barbie was dating Kenneth, and it was just crazy. And so I've been doing that kind of stuff forever.
Did
and
the sets ever interact
oh,
with each other?
Of course. There were crossover episodes constantly. But that stuff, I see it's the same with acting. And every show or project that you do is a character that you create, internalize, and you have forever. And whenever you want, you can kind of just like dip your toe in and go back to it.
So it really lets you connect with multiple different things while still having one experience at the same time.
Yeah, like an inner experience that's yours and yours alone, but one that you can choose to share with other people if you want to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So then why should people vote for you?
Well, I think people should vote for me if they like my choices and they feel like I connect with Clarissa and they like the version that I create for them. If they feel like that's something they want to see and they have a connection to it like I did, then I think that that's what they should choose.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what will a guest role on our TV show Surviving the Cartel mean for your career?
So for me, over the past at this point it's been the year during quarantine, I've done so much personal work as an actor, spending time. I've read a new play every single week. I've done so much monologue work. Yeah, we really tried to hit the books and use this time productively. And I really just want to meet fellow creatives and actually be in the space with people and meet other people doing what I'm doing. And that's what it would mean to me. It would be being in the space, doing what I'm wanting and craving to be doing, actually there, and get to take all this work that I've been doing and actually use it with the people around me and just make something happen in the same room as all these other wonderful people that are trying to do the same thing as me. I just want it so much to be doing it.
So really bring some fruit to your labor after this quarantine.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you think about this concept of hybrid casting created by 1265 Films?
Well, I think it's something that's been in the works for a long time. I mean, you know how many people and my parents, everyone's always like, oh, well, I wish that I had picked so-and-so for this role, or I wish this person would have been great for that. I think it's a great idea. And I think, I wish I could have voted for a lot of people to be in a show, or, how many times you're like, well, I don't understand how this person got that role, or, well, it's for the first time now you can say well, I don't understand why this person got this role. Well, you could have voted for someone else. So you could have had your say if you wanted to.
That's true.
I think it's interesting. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a final word for voters?
Final word. Hmm. I'd say watch all of the tapes because even if you don't like some of them or you don't connect with some of the characters, at least you need to see all of what the different creative artists bring to the characters because I think that's really, really important. And I'm really excited to see all of them because whenever you're presented with parts of a script, it's like piecing a puzzle piece together and doing your own investigative process for a character. And I find that to be my favorite part. Before you even know anything else that's going on in the script, it's like taking these little bits and pieces and creating this mini world for a character that you don't even know and figuring out who they are and how parts of you relate to that person. And if a bunch of people do that for the same character, it's just going to create such a fully embodied character that whoever actually gets the choice to play these characters is going to have so much material to work with. And I think that's really, really, really cool. So,
Awesome.
so vote, I guess. Cut.
Do you want me to read like more exact words next time? Or...
No.
No? Okay.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like it.